Shall I proceed, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Mohammed Garu, I can proceed, sir. Now, today what I am talking here is planning for safety and controlling house safety. Two topics I will take within what is called no time, sir. Okay, sir. The planning for safety is paper code is 101. See, the planning for safety is different, and planning for what is called objective to achieve is different. See, to achieve the objective safely, we have to arrive the product. For that, we have to planning for safety. That is our goal. Before that, our objective is there for us. How to achieve your objective to without having any uneven things to get the products, not only the specification of the product to reach, but also how safely you are reached the product achievement. That is what is called the planning for safety. Okay, sir. Coming to the what is called most fundamental is the management of process is very, very important. Management process means how the raw materials is what is called raw material specification is changing is there and compared to earlier, or utilities changing is there, like for example steam properties, water properties, hardness, like this what is called total suspended solids. Are there any raw material changes, technology changes are there? We have to explain the people who are living or having what is called responsibility to achieve the objective. We have to see that all the what is called demands of the employees as well as the law and government policies we have to proceed, because it is a new product where we are going to maintain safety to achieve the what is called our requirement. So once the all the what is called the fundamental elements of management process, but also the what we call the technology, materials, methods, demands, law, government policy, and the process and competition. What is the competition element here is the competition is what is called one of the other industries supplying the same product with what is called some property. But we have to see that more than that properties, we have to give that product means the customer behind us. That's what your requirement is. Safety plan for achieving the what is called new product or the product enhancement. One is purpose is very important. What is the purpose of increasing the production or increasing the concentration or increasing the model or increasing the what is called inability? That is very important for planning for safety, because once the involvement of the new process is there, we need to see that what is called whether the environment is supporting us or not. Environment here is means resources, employees, technology, and the work environment. Whether the equipment is sufficient to handle your enhancement process or not, we have to see. That is the reason planning of safety is very, very important. To achieve the product is not important, sir. How could you achieved without having any incidents or very any what is called accident or any uneven things or any uneven what is called product specification to uneven what is called waste of raw materials. These are the important what is called things to be remembered when you are planning for safety. See, important general planning for safety means you have to see that first what is your objective. Objective, as I told, what is called to increase the production. Remember 500 to 550. What is the focus? We have to increase the production, our objective. Whether the objective, what is called defining already in the first method, we are already organizing, planning, and controlling everything is there. This is what we call any, we have to find out if you increase the production, any risk involved in the post process. Because our product, hello, our product involve post. Our product says four stages.
నువ్వు కొన్ని రోజులు
One
అలాంటి
is
కడగడానికి
processing,
మానేసి
segregation, and the what is called the drying and the packaging. These are suppose four
Sir,
processes.
somebody is talking, sir, disturbing.
Hello, somebody is talking in between, sir. Please. Thank you.
Lakshmidas.
Sir, please, one of the all the participants request some disturbance is there in that, sir. Please. Somebody is talking, sir. Please.
Sir, Prabhakar Rao, sir, Mira,
Yes,
sir.
tell me, sir. Nene, sir.
Okay, sir. Somebody is talking, sir. That's why I'm asking.
అదే థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్ అందుకే చెప్పాను సార్ ప్లీజ్ రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తాను సార్ ప్లీజ్
చెప్పండి సార్ కొద్దిగా. ఓకే సార్, డిస్టర్బెన్స్ గా ఉంది. ఓకే సార్.
సార్ increase the what see our aim is increase the production of what is called 50 tons. In that increase the 50, we have to reduce the what is called risk and wastages. That means any risk is there or not, we have to look after. Then helps in controlling future events. Suppose, for example, once the preparation of the product 50 tons increase with increase of concentration, increase of sophistication, we have to see that the cost involvement and the what is called accuracy is getting or not, whether all the functions of management staffing is known the what is called process or not, why we are increasing the product, why we are concentration increasing. Purpose should know all the employees who are involved in the process. The purpose should know. The budgeting, other things are will taken care by the financial department to the controlling with the process department. The management has to provide the direction. Which direction we have to go? That means which direction in the sense of actual batch, in one batch you want what is called 50 tons or 25 tons and 25 tons. Like this they have to give the direction. And creates the what is called healthy organizational climate. In the sense of what is called organizational healthy means all employees should be aware of why we are increasing the product. In the increase in product, what are the involvement is there other than the earlier? That knows the what is called every employee. That means you are starting from raw material to product. It will come under the healthy environment. Provides the framework. Framework means total chart has to given by every employee from raw material to and the product. Every information with the specification chart has to be given. That is called framework. That means any problem is there in between before starting the new product or increasing the product. We have to meet all the people and should know what is called any doubts are there. Any what is called requirements to be added, because management, some of the things are what is called managers may be missing. That should be known from the employees. Maintain balance between the various activities, because this is increasing the product means involves many process, many what is called objections. Objections in the sense department wise staff is important, department wise equipment is important, department wise resources are important, department wise and controlling is also important. That means every, not only manager but all the employees involved in the department, what they have to know what we are going for. Encourages innovation and creativity. That means we have to ask the people why we are increasing the product, because customer requirement is presently our competitors are preparing X quality, we are preparing for X plus Y quality. That innovative things has to provide information to the employees who are involved in the new process. This all gives what is called safety for planning. Once the guides, decision making will be taken place. Who are involved in the managers, they have to take the what is called decision making when any problems in between they are getting, they have to immediately ask the management to take the decision immediately without what is called hindering the. Because this is a decentralization. That means there are 4 departments are there. First department product will go to the second department. Second department becomes what is called raw material to the first product. Second department product it becomes a raw material to the third department, and third department product is raw material to the fourth department. These are the decentralization. That means centralization is not there. All 4 are different functions, different processes, different managers, different employees are there. Once you take care of all the things, you have to area wise. Area wise means which area is having what is called more risk out of four processes. Number one department is risk is more. Of course, all the what is called four department process, you have to take the risk assessment, no doubt, without before starting the what is called any process. So that means we have to conduct the safety committee meetings and safety targets, and we have to involve what is called all the members, because we are increasing the product with the nomenclatures as well as the specifications also increases because of customer requirement. Any actions involved, we have to involve all department. For example, draft and what is called the safety healthy policy. As per the safety policy, we are involving or not. This we have to revise the safety policy because of we are increasing product with the increasing of what is called specification as per the customer requirement. See, this is the management what is called concern. They have to see that what is called whether you increasing product just like that what is called you are taking the 50 liters of the vessel and going for 100 liters of vessel. No, not like this. Because process is taking lot of risks. Because of risk is there, definitely we have to see that any incident or any accident or any uneven things will be happened. We have to see. For that, what is called all areas is to be taken care of. That's why if you see the 1 to 7 of purpose of area safety planning, draft health and safety policy, safety committee meetings, safety targets because of increasing of production, what are the what is called target? We know it, but any incidents are may happen because of what is called changing of scenario. The product manufacture scenario changes. For that, we need to vertical safety for planning. That means area of hazards and their direction. Suppose hazard is there, risk is there. Immediately we have to mitigate the risk and see that what is called during the process of the raw material to product, nothing to be any experienced by the all the four departments of the employees. For that, the planning for safety is important, and the area of the safety is also. That means you are what is called seeing that what is called some accident may what is called occur. You are predicting some accidents. That is to be investigate, analysis, and if it is suppose it is happened maybe, that means cost calculation also we have to introduce that. If it happens immediately, we cannot what is called stop the product. We can continue the process by mitigate the what is called risk. For that, we have to involve the safety and other legal department also. Therefore, the we have to see that what is called for increasing the product equipment, tools, and permissible exposures also will be taken. For example, work permits. The increasing of product work permit is different because what happened earlier, what is called these factors are not there. Earlier, we are not filled up the what is called this gas cylinder. What is called this gas cylinder is required in this process. We have to improve the what is called safety work permit. Fill up also is very important. For that, policy change is necessary for increasing the product, having the new specification as per the customer requirement. And for example, what is your what is called planning to what is called increase the product? We know what is called. The factors influence constraints. Inaccuracy. That means you are getting the what is called product with specification. You know the what is the what is called product requirement to increase the 50 tons. But there are some constraints and limitations affecting of the scope of planning. 50 tons increasing, sir, okay. But while preparing the 50 tons increasing, there is some inaccuracies there. That means raw materials adding 10 tons initially, having specification of X, but raw materials got low specification, X minus we got. That means instead of 10 raw material, 10 tons raw materials, we have to add 12 tons. That means if inaccuracy is there in the specification of raw materials, immediately we check the risk and we have to adding more of 2 tons as per the material balance and energy balance. We have to see that what is it that inaccuracy is overcome. Time consumption. Because of 2 tons increases, with a planning of 10 tons because of raw material inferiority quality, the time consumption is also varies. That means earlier 1 hour, now the time takes 1.5 hours. That may be also we have to taken off. We get taken care of while scope of planning for safety. No rigidity. Rigidity means you are what is your earlier planning and the present planning is different because the adding up additional what is called requirement. Once the product department, first department, it changes the scenario, accordingly that will be informed to the second department, third department and fourth department to take care of these changes in the first department. That is called rigidity we have to maintain in all the what is called inaccuracies. Time consumption should be taken care of from the second department, third department, and fourth department. Fourth means that is the product requirement. Attitudes. The cost is also important. Why? Because we are increasing the 2 tons cost in first department and second department steam is requirement maybe. May not be raw materials increasement requirement, but steam is required. Steam is cost. Fuel means cost. Manpower is additional manpower is requirement, cost is required. That means we have to study the limitations and constraints which is affecting the this scope of planning. One is inaccuracy, time consumption, rigidity, cost, attitudes of management, and the faults in planning system. Because these people are not considered while planning for safety initial itself. That is also be taken care of in future course. That's what the last point, that is sixth point, is very, very important. Faults in planning system, lack of reward, lack of participation in specific activities, incompetency of planner. Earlier what is called planner is not good because they have not studied the whole process accurately. That's why they are it is coming inaccuracy as well as time of consumption is more. It is affecting, cost is affecting. That's why the attitude of management is also changes. Why you people are doing like this? They are questioning also. Lack of orientation and training for managers is also one of the affecting the scope of planning. Because of what is called the management of because of hurry, the manager, some of the managers are not taking care of the employees. They are not giving the proper safety training. That is one of the lack of orientation and training for managers. Uncertainty. Uncertainty means uneven things in between happen. Because in the planning itself is not anybody what is called thinking or what is called any planning because it is an uneven thing, uncertainty. Nobody can expect what is called. Suddenly what is called they are studying the what is called even design department is also not expecting what is called this result. That uncertainties also may be happen in between. For that immediately safety or legal department or any other core department managers has to take immediate steps to see that uncertainty and that means unsafe or unsafe conditions has to be if arised that should be reduced of your incident happening. Not only for the incident happening, but also damaging of the product. That should be taken care by the in-between process going on. That is called uncertainty. These are uncertainties before that we cannot plan. Initially, we cannot plan uncertainty. Suddenly it will be happen. For that, your technocrat managers are there. By taking care of their experience, with their experience, they're they overcome the what is called certainty. They're going for the changes for the product. Resistance to change. At the time, the employees are simply giving their resistance to the manager. Sir, you told me initially you are like this, you are telling, now you are changing the what is called specification. Immediately, manager has to convince the employees. Always, where there is a organizational change is there, always there is a resistance from the employees. You all know by experienced people, resistance to change. Any change is there in the industrial vertical process or any administrative aspects or any process changes. There may be the resistance from the employees to the manager. Immediately manager with experience, they have to controlling the what is called these employees and see that the Baba, you will be given the increments and all, you will be given some incentives and all because of changes as per the requirement of the customer. We are changing. Like the we have to cool the what is called employees and see that what is the resistance is less. The false sense of security. That means once a change is happened, is there any what is called security lack is there? Security lack means it doesn't mean that supervision. It is emission levels coming from the vapor, gases, heat. Any changes is there. That means insecure people, insecurity is there when the employees are who are working before the process. That means that is not what is called happened because of uncertainty and resistance to changes and lack of orientation. That means false of security. That means there is no emission levels. That means you given the what is called emission levels are heat is this much of calorific value, but the process heat is what is called more than that. You have to see that what is called immediately the fresh air or exhaust fans or the what is called cooling fans or pedestal fans has to run and see that what is called they are not having the any insecurity at the employees. Last but not least, 11th is environmental constraints. That means environmental constraints means that is technological. Already we have planned for safety. Technology, because of technology improvement is there. That way we are increasing the 50 tons production with the new specifications as per the customer requirement. Now the short-term because of 50 tons increases, no doubt there is an incremental of raw materials. There is an incremental of effluent discharge. How can you tackle the effluent treatment plant? Whether the your effluent treatment plant is capable of handling the 50 tons additional or not. Initially, we have studied and see that treatment of water will not be handling or giving the problems to the treatment of water which is sending to the irrigation purpose. Because your treatment water after effluent treatment water, your properties are reaching in such a way you are using for irrigation purpose that public are using now. For example, irrigation means that we have to look after. Legal. That means you are legally your what is called binding prescribes the law or not. Because your factory inspector inspection or factory what is called organization, your factory what is called rule, or for example you are capable of having a license having for 550 or not, that you have to see. Normally earlier you are preparing for 500 tons. Now you are 550 tons you are going for. You are having the factory rule or factory license. You have for 550 or 600. 600 means okay. You are eligible for 550. That you are taken care of legal also. Economic. Economic means your safety for planning. You are seeing the what is called increasing of 50 tons. There are lot of changes are there. What we discussed earlier. In that manner, we have to see the economic way. That means we are not consuming raw materials or consuming utilities, consuming employees' loss. Nothing is there. Economically, we have to, what is the plan we have to go for? Other outside forces. Very, very important. Other outside forces means your union members are, organizational union members are provoking the public. The organization is increasing the 50 tons product. Please look after your effluent treatment plant. They are creating problems in the public. That is also we have to see that outside forces. While doing the incremental process of the 50 tons increasing, there should not be any hindrances from the public. That will be taken care of. Okay, sir. Next, coming to the what is called, any doubts, sir? Now, coming to the what is called, end of 10 minutes. Okay. Now, the procedure steps for planning, basic steps for planning, as already we have discussed, alternative course and all. Coming to the controlling, various types of plans, and coming to what is called this controlling. Sir, any questions from the planning, sir? Mohammad Karimullah Garu. Any questions, sir? Now we are going for
No, sir.
the.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Now we are going for staffing and controlling for safety. Okay, you are planning for safety along with the involvement of staffing. Very good. How to control? Whether as per the documentation requirement, what you prepare, they are controlling or not. Their controlling means manager is taken care of, no doubt. The employees who are involved in the process, they are doing as per the SOP, as per the standard operating procedure or not, we have to see that. Therefore, if the staffing includes what is called the personal functions. Up to safety planning, the management involvement is there, all managers are involved, the employees are involved, but while carrying the process, lot of things will happen in the what is called what we discussed earlier. The staffing portion is very, very important. Staffing portion means in the sense of what is called the recruitment means it's not a newly recruitment. The employees who are having the experience, they are well aware of the increasing of products, why we are. Because of customer requirement, okay. Because of customer requirement, just now like this, we are not increasing the product. We are increasing the product because of what is called stabilization of our business also. So control, planning for safety and controlling for safety is also important. How to control? The management control means unless otherwise manager has not given responsibility and authority, he cannot control the staffing people. He has to give some responsibilities and what is called authorities. What is called, he can suspend. He can what is called, rule out the people who are what is called involved in the people who are listening our voice. That means controlling authority, that managers should have some responsibility and some authority to control staffing. Otherwise, it is very difficult to control your employees where the changes are inevitable or uncertainties. We have to. Controlling is aimed at where we have to control, first of all. Monitoring the
Yeah.
outcome. Hello? Controlling aimed at monitoring the outcome of activities. That means specification is reaching to our expectations or not. We have to see. Reviewing the
Right,
feedback
Baba.
about this outcome. That means when the 50 tons is okay, it is already achieved, and the quality control is also passed that 50 tons. And next time, if you proceed that second batch, review in the feedback. In the first batch, what you prepared the 50 tons, is there any anomalies when compared to safety for planning and controlling for safety? We have to see that planning for safety and controlling for safety. Both the things, we have to take the feedback from all the four departments, and we have to inherently change the process or change the what is called steps in the second batch process. That is called reviewing feedback about this outcome. Not only from the customer, the in-house what is called quality control and the employees in-house who are involved in the process, you have to take the feedback. Any improvement is there in the second batch 50 tons because the first 50 tons depends upon the second 50 tons or second batch 50 tons depends upon quality improvement. So monitoring the outcome activities, reviewing the feedback about this output, last but not least, take the corrective action to achieve the what is called the outcome according to the plan. Corrective action means what we mean by corrective action. For example, you know what is called corrective action means the non-fulfillment of requirement is there. Anything happened in this, you have to immediately not to correct, sir. Correct means that mistake is corrected. In next time it will be happened also again. Corrective action means what is the action to be taken against the anomaly that should not be repeated in future course. In such a way, your corrective action should be employed for that what is called anomaly. Main characteristics is system is important because your SOP says something, you are doing is something. System is important. And also the Controlling methods like, for example, the computer systems are maintaining, we have to see. Continuous process or batch process, we have to ask the management whether processing, controlling or continuous or batch process. Forward looking. Forward looking means once you take the all the four steps controlling aimed at monitoring, reviewing, take corrective action and all these things, you have to taking forward. That means second batch 50 tons. Once you take the corrective actions and feedback is already employed, and there is no doubt in second batch, you continue the what is called product from batch process to the continuous process. Therefore, the product is sustained in future also. Therefore, involving the measurements is important. Need for purpose is very important. Indicate what is called every employee should inform corrective action. If doesn't know the corrective action of the four departments, it's very difficult to what is called process the other batch process from the batch process to the continuous process. Importance of what is called benefits. What is important of? If you take planning for safety, if you take the controlling for safety, very good. What are the benefits? Because involvement of all the employees, management, administrative staff, like finance, corporation, department, stores, everybody is involved in the new product development. For that, what is importance is benefits is guide to operations, because it will tell the future to the employees. We can go for our factory license having the capacity 800 tons. Now we are preparing the 550 tons. We can go for 800 tons. Once go for 600, then 650, then 700. Like this, we have to go for. While increasing the what is called production capacity, we have to see the policy verification. What is your occupational health and safety policy says about? It doesn't say about the product, but it says about the process involvement in the industry. Process involvement in the sense of hazard identification, risk assessment, or hazard analysis and risk assessment, HARA and HIRA. Hazard study, that means hazard operable study. We have to take care of. Manager accountability, that means accountability means it we called jawabdari. We can tell the accountability responsibility not. Accountability means he has to answerable the things. Why it was a role different, responsibility different, and accountability is different. Role means up to line, up to first department ending, your role is that only. Employee, first department employee is preparing only raw material purification. Second department, raw material reacting and drying. Third department, segregation. Fourth department, drying and packing. That means manager account every all four stages. The accountability is there. We can answerable. If anything, uneven things are there, even for planning for safety, you're controlling for safety, this much of you're involving time, you have to take care of the accountability. That means every employee should be accountable for any anomaly, any uneven things. Employee morale we have to doesn't what is called affect. That means because of what is called accountability is there, that employee is not doing something, we cannot what is called insult the employee who are involved in this. Employee morale also we have to take care of. Even though the man, after all, a human doing some errors, you have to encourage the people and we cannot break their morality. That we have to see. Psychological pressure. That means once increase the pressure, increase the production, everybody is before the achieving the new product,